the old mining town of Evergreen Valley resides a small town farmer that woke up one day and realized that farming wasn't his biggest dream. So that day, he decided to invest everything he had in an old rundown coal mine. Can he make enough to make his loan payments and keep his livelihood, or will he lose it all? This is The Miner.
Welcome everyone. Glad you could join us in our new adventure in Evergreen Valley. As you could see in the intro, I got burnt out farming every day, so I went to the bank to borrow everything I could, of course causing my wife to lose her cool, but I was able to buy the mineral rights to the old coal mine. So I'm just going to head back to the house real quick with our new equipment. We got a new tractor, new loader back there. And we're going to head back and we're going to drop these things off because we've got some equipment we need to buy to be able to take down to the mine. I know Evergreen Valley has kind of become a boom town now that they've discovered oil in it. So there's a lot more traffic than there used to be, especially truck traffic. I cannot believe how much truck traffic this town gets through. I mean, it'd be great to have a 4-lane road, but I mean, there's no room. We built businesses right on both sides, but here we are to the farm. We pull in here, we'll drop this equipment off, and we will head back to the shop. Our farm here really isn't too awful big. You know, we only have a couple fields, but I thought we do need a bigger tractor, so we went with this Massey Ferguson 7 Series. That'll be big enough to pull our auger wagon and, you know, our disc, our planters, things like that. And we also needed that loader there that's on the trailer. We're going to use it down at the mine. But for right now, I'm just going to hop in it, pull it off here, get it out of our way, and then we'll go ahead and use this trailer to go back to town with. Well, while we're here, I might as well show you a little bit of the farm. We have 2 fields out here. They're both irrigation fields. So we have irrigation units on this field here. This is our wheat field that is actually ready to harvest. I'm going to get in this field later on today as soon as I get the mine operational. If you look down there in the distance, you can kind of see our soybean field. Of course, this is our barns. We got a few little pieces of equipment here, combine, yada, yada, yada. But let's hop back in the truck and we're going to go get the mine going. All right, I think this is all the gear I was needing. So I'm going to borrow their pieces of equipment here, their loader, and try to get this thing loaded up. I got 3 pallets, 2 containers, and of course the 1 crate there. I'm going to spin around here, around back, and get this one here. I believe this is our maintenance equipment. But get all these taken down to the mine, and then hopefully we can get this thing operational and start making money. I know I'm going to have to buy a dump trailer. Right now I need something to haul rock with. There we go. All right, get this thing loaded up. I don't know if I can carry 2 at a time or if I'm going to have to just do 1. Oop, if I get through the gate would help. Let me get a better camera view here so I don't crash and burn right off the bat. Come on, there. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on. Good thing there's straps on this thing. There we go. Kind of scraping the paint, but not too bad. All right, let me throw this one on and see if there's going to be enough room to put the other one. I think it can be done. I think there's going to be enough room to get everything on the 1 trip. I strapped that one in already to make sure it wouldn't move when I put this one on. It's going to overhang out the back just a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. Then I'll put the crate up front, right behind the headache rack. We should be fine. See, come on, try not to wiggle too much. Wish this forklift had a little side shift, but it doesn't. Oop, probably should keep that strapped on before I drop it. There we go. Lower it down. Try to sneak out from under it. There, perfect. Pop out. Put maybe just 1 strap. I think I'm only going to have room for 1. Oh, no, there's 2. Perfect. I think it's down all the way. It's hanging up just a little bit, but not bad. Then I'll go grab that 1 crate and put it on the front. There it is, last thing loaded up. Put this back in the building here, and I think it's only August. I believe we can get that thing done. It's only 9:35 in the morning. So if we can get this thing to the coal mine, we should be able to, well, I better hop out and strap that. We should be able to start mining today, because we actually still have some crops that do need to get done. That wheat field was ready, so I really need to get back and do that. I'm going to take this now and start our operation. Got a couple workers down there now. We just have the mineral rights. We don't actually own the land. The land costs quite a bit and just really wasn't necessary. We don't need to buy anything more than we have to. The rights are good enough. So let me get over, and I was hoping that wouldn't sell anything there. I'll head down to the mine and get started. As you can see here, the road to the mine is actually right across from our driveway to the house. But this is what we have to go across. We have to take it very slow. There's a lot of weight back there, so hopefully I can make it across with no issues. There is a better road. It's an actual highway, but it's several miles out of route. I really don't want to go that far out of the way just to go up to the top of this hill. Let me go ahead and make sure I make it around that corner. Good. Nothing fell in the water. Here we are at our mine site. As you know, we're going to be mining for coal, and there's actually 2 different power plants right now in town that are buying up the coal, so hopefully we can get it sold to them for a pretty good price. Let me figure out where the guys up here want this unloaded at, and we will get this puppy started. There we go. That's all off unloaded. Park this thing to the side. We'll run in and see if there's anything else they need. I'm hoping that is it, because I need to get back to the farm. And we're going to combine that field in just a minute. But let me shut this off and we'll go check. Let's just see. Make sure everything is okay. Yeah, it looks like we need to purchase some electric charge, which we can go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do some of that. Alright, we'll buy 10,000 kilowatt hours. That should keep this thing going for quite a while. It's just $12,000, but hey, it looks pretty good. Actually, vehicle parts is going to be what we need the most of, but if you look, it only takes 1 per cycle, so per month. So it won't take much. Actually, it'll be 24 per month. That's still not too bad. All right, let's get out of here, and hopefully we'll produce enough coal to be able to maybe sell some at the end of the day. But I'll run back to the farm and we'll start harvesting that field. This up here on our right is the new construction site that they're doing a lot of work in. I'm hoping they will end up buying some of our product. I'm not sure how much they'll need, but I mean, they sure do make a lot of noise. I'm glad there's no houses around here. But there's a new granite mill that actually came in, a granite mine. So they're doing granite just up the road here, straight ahead. It's another mine I would love to be able to buy, but I mean, it costs a lot more than our little coal mine that we did. And my wife's already mad that I spent, $450,000 just on this place alone. Between the $450,000 there, it left us another $400,000 to get the rest of the equipment we were needing. So now we're already down to $340,000. We do have a little bit of grain in our bin at the house. Plus we have, the field ready. The soybean field, it won't be ready for another month or 2. But this should keep us going for now. Like I said, we'll still have to go to the shop and buy a dump trailer. I would like to put in a new bridge here over the river instead of that little ratty bridge we just drove across. But I'll go get the new Holland fired up and we'll start combining that field of ours. Here we go. Get her fired up here. Full tank of fuel. I mean, we got some hours on her. 28 hours. She's seen quite a bit of acres. So, like I said, we just have the 2 fields. Of course, they're both irrigated. We got the irrigation system on both of them. But let me hop in here. We'll get this thing fired up and we'll speed up time a little bit. Well, here I am. I didn't get very far. I'm already loaded. So I'm going to run up here, grab our auger wagon, and go help him out. We do have a semi-trailer here in the barn that we're going to use to haul the grain to town, but for here on the farm, we're just going to try to use this. And yes, I actually do have a old John Deere tractor there. It's got pretty high miles, but that's why I went and splurged and bought this Massey Ferguson, something that's a little more reliable and something I can use on the farm better. We'll run this thing in, get it loaded up. These little fields don't seem that big until you're driving around them. They're actually pretty good sized fields. I can pull up here. I don't know if we're going to keep the straw or not. We don't have any livestock, but I thought, you know what? If I just go ahead and bale it or at least collect it, then I could sell it, make a little bit of money out of it. Unload this and let him get back to work, and we'll take this and just dump it right in our bin when we get it filled up. Well, after having the hired hand do some of the work, he was having so much trouble trying to do this irrigation work here, trying to get around all of our equipment. I decided I'm just going to finish it up. This way I don't have to sit there and go back and forth. With these little rows, we'll just cut right through the driveway. We almost have it done. I think it was 33,000 liters in our auger wagon. We filled it clear full once, and we have just about another full tank in it now. I'm sure with what's left here, it will fill it up, and probably a little left at the end. Right now, the mine has produced some. Let me pull that window up. As you can tell, the mine has produced about $4,200 worth of coal. Our loan is actually coming in at $15,000 a day. So I've got to make sure that the mine is making enough money to pay its loan payment off, because I really don't want to eat into our farming budget to try to pay for just the mine operation, which I think, running around the clock, they should be able to produce enough to be able to pay that loan bill. It was only, I believe, a 5-year note, so it's a fairly short loan, but we only have rights to it for 5 years, so I've got to be able to make enough in that short window to not go bankrupt. But let me finish this little bit here we have left in the wheat field, and then we'll end up seeing how much we did get out of it. Alright, that's the last little bit. Let's run over, dump it in, see if it'll all fit. I guess there is a little bit there, but I'm not going to worry about that. This should be enough. I mean, I do have all this straw. I think I am going to either bale it or collect it just to make a little extra money. I know the investment in the equipment to do it is going to be quite an investment, but I think in the long run, I do have quite a bit of ground that I could mow and bale into silage if I wanted to make a little extra, especially back by the bean field down there. There's a lot more grass. It looks like there was enough room to fit in this one wagon, so we weren't quite able to fill it twice, but we got close to it. Let me go park this thing, and we'll go back and get the Massey here and get it dropped off in the bin, grab the semi, and head it to town to be able to pick up that new dump bed truck. So I'll see you in just a moment. Well, being 4% from being clear full, I'd say that's pretty good numbers. I'm happy with that. I'd rather be happier if I had 4 loads of this. Why not? The more the merrier, but our little fields can't produce that much. I do have just the one irrigation system. I would like to probably maybe for next year get a second one so we don't have to tear the one down and put it in the other field. This way both fields will have it. That'd make that a lot easier to keep it fertilized, keep it watered, keep it going. Let me run up, drop this in the bin. This will give us just shy of, it'll be a little over 60,000, so that's good if this tractor can get up the hill here. We are spinning quite a bit. This load is a little heavier than this tractor can handle. That's another issue with trying to decide, do I want to get a baler, because this tractor can pull a baler just fine, but it can't pull that big of a pickup wagon. So let me see here, get this dropped off, and we will run to town and grab that trailer. Here we are with this Dimco trailer. Cost us $54,000. Doesn't hold a whole lot, but a little Mack truck here don't have a whole lot of horsepower either. Let me grab it, we'll hook it up, and we'll bring it up to the mine shaft and see if we can start getting some of the coal loaded up that we have. I mean, I don't know how much we have now. We only have 2,900 liters, so we're really not going to put much in it. But with the wheat we just harvested, that's 37,000. That's about 2 months worth of loan payments, which isn't the greatest, but I mean, it'll get us by a couple months if we had to sell it, which I don't really want to. Of course, my wife would be very upset if I sold our crops this time of year just to make loan payments, but I'll head over to the mine and see what we can get loaded. Well, here we are back at the mine. Let's go down on into the pit and try to see if we can load some of this. It's been a while since I've been down in here. I believe this is the right way. It looks to be going somewhere. Could get a road grader down here and smooth it out a little bit. There it is. Tons of coal down here. Unfortunately, this I can't really go grab. The loaders won't pick it up, but we do have it from the actual mill itself, where it's digging it out of the ground. Through here, try not to get hung up on one of these hillsides. There it is, the giant wheel. That's what's costing us all of our money, but we're only renting it, so that's the nice thing. Once those 5 years are up, it'll be over. Let me pull under here and see what little bit we can scavenge out of it. Let's see, mineral coal, 3,600. Well, there it is. That's all we got so far. I'm sure this time tomorrow we'll have a lot more. Wow, what a great first day we had at the mine. Got me a cup of coffee. Now we're going to just run into town real quick. And there's a sale going on right now for a self-propelled baler. And we're going to run to town and we're going to get that. So let's hop in the pickup. Head to town, and we got to get our straw baled up. I want to hurry and do that before we start selling some of that stuff from our mine. We got all that we've been producing from the mine, and I don't want to get our farm budget and our mine operation kind of confused. We want to spend some of the money we have now. We got $267,000 still from the previous loan. I'm going to use some of that and buy this new self-propelled baler. It's not something we really needed, but since it's on sale, it's a good time to get it. So let's run to town and get it picked up. This is what I'm looking at buying, the Vermeer ZR5 1200. It's 35% off. I think that's a pretty decent deal. So we're going to switch this over. We're going to put Michelin tires on it. I think we're going to do the wide setup. If we ever end up on the hillsides, I think we're going to want something a little better. Okay, get this thing purchased. Here we go. 138,000 total spent. Of course, now we're down to 129,000, but there she is. We're going to run this down to the farm, and we're going to start baling that up. And I'm sure the guys down at the mill, they're going to be calling us soon, saying, hey, we got all this. At least I hope they call us soon, telling us we have all this coal to be loaded up. So we take this back to the house, we'll start baling it, and then as soon as they give us a call, we will head down and start picking up some coal. So see you back at the farm. All right, here we go. I think I've got everything turned on correctly. This thing only has 4.3 hours on it. That's not too bad. And she's used, but not used too hard. Of course, the straw is never good on a baler. I mean, it's definitely better than corn straw, but we'll get some of these bales done up and see how I got it set up for 180 centimeters. I'm hoping that'll not make as many bales as we could make out of it. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I really don't like going back and forth this way because then really dropping bales off in the road where we need to go back and forth. But let me go ahead and we'll get this baled up, and then we might have to call the guys down at the coal mine if they don't give us a call and see how it's coming. But we'll see you when we get all this baled. Hello.
Hey, this is Mike down at the coal mine.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. The reason I'm calling is we are ready for you to come down and start hauling out some of the finished product.
Sounds great. I'll be right down.
Copy that. See you soon.
Well, I really didn't think this through very well. You get my pickup to get down to the mill, and you left the pickup in town. And I really don't have anything else up here to be able to drive to go pick it up. I have to see if I can get somebody from town to give me a lift. Either way, I think we can just take we'll just take the Massey actually down to the mill. Then if we need anything down there going on, we'll have it. So let me just hop in it and we'll get on down there. Here we go. They are telling me there's so much down there that, we're going to probably need a bigger dump truck. That one pull behind trailer that we have for the semi, I don't think it's going to do it. We're going to have to get some more industrious type equipment that works for coal mines. And one of those big old dump trucks, I have to look in the marketplace and see how much one of those is going to cost us. For now, we're just going to have to use what we have. Run across here, run across this old Raggedy Ann bridge. Keep her together. Of course, we're never going to try to bring a full load across it. But let me get down, and we will get that loaded up and see what we can get out of it. Okay, there, we're coming up on the mine. We got all these old dump trucks here, but none of those do I have rights to. That's from the previous construction company that they actually own the land, so we can't use that. Of course, some old loaders and all kinds of equipment. Just nothing that we can actually use, and really none of it's that big either. I mean, the bulldozers would come in handy. But we will keep an eye on the market and see what there is. I know there are some big dump trucks that we can get, and I also know the best paying price or place to buy our coal is the rail. So will we rent the train to try to haul it, or we'll just, right now all we have is our small semi truck here. So we might just have to sell it direct and then wait till we have bigger equipment to take it by train. That's something we got to be planning on, and I know eventually we are going to have to get bigger stuff. This one semi is not going to do it. We're producing quite a bit from what they're telling me. So let me get in here and we'll hop in the truck and see what we got so far. Alright, truck, get her fired up. Alright, we had 5,100 liters from yesterday. Let's see if we got enough to fill it all the way up. And as that's filling, let's check some prices here. There, our stock market. Mineral coal is what we're using, and it's like 96,000. Of course, I don't know if it's full yet. Now it's still filling. Maybe that's what we have in the production. Back to the right screen here. There it is. So this is actually the best sell time, it looks like. It's higher right now than what it would be, and that, of course, is at the Northern Railroad. This is the only thing we have enough of to fill. But yep, looks like we are full 100% at 16,000. Let me figure out where I want to sell it, and then we'll go take it there. Well, it turns out since we actually have about 3 truckloads of this, I'm going to go ahead and actually rent the train. We're just going to put the whole thing in the train. I mean, that won't even fill up one compartment by any means, but then after that, we may have enough money to buy a bigger truck. So if we can get a larger truck to haul more of this at a time, I mean, this is not much. Plus, I'm gonna look into buying the mineral rights for this that they've already mined out of the ground. Right now, we can only get what's in the ground, but this that they've already dug out, I mean, if I could get that, start loading it out, we would have, I don't know, endless number of, definitely well over $1 million in just coal. So let me see what I can do with that, but first we got to make some money to get some bigger equipment. So let me get this into the train. This is our loading point for the train. They got a little ramp set up that we can just drive right over it and dump it in. See, actually one of those dump trucks like that in the picture, that is what I'm looking for. If I get something big like that to do this job, you go a lot faster. You get lined up just right. There we go. That should work there. Let me go hop out of here, and we'll go get the train rented. As I'm sitting here waiting for the train, I thought, let's look at the menu to see what we have we can buy. And I'm thinking right here, this thing, 72,000 liters. I believe this truck would definitely do a lot better for us. It's actually only 130,000, so we don't need a whole lot of money. We'll have enough to buy this. Thing is, I don't know how we're going to haul it down here. Let's see, is it going to be too wide? We might be able to fit that on our flatbed trailer. I know the front wheels, if I zoom in right, front wheels are a little wider, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get that or not. Fit. Ooh, it's going to be tight. We'll see if we can get our trailer to expand. If not, we might have to get a bigger trailer. But it sounds like the train just showed up. I do believe. Oh, no. Maybe I'm hearing some other brakes. I don't see any train down there yet. Let's wait a little longer for the train, and then we'll get this offloaded. There we go. Train has arrived. We don't want to dump it on the engine here. Let me try to get it to where it needs to be. Of course, we're going to load everything we have that we've already produced and put all that on the train. Let's get up there and get the first one dropped off, and we'll go back and get everything else we have. There we go. First load going in. Like I said, it's only 16,800. You think these big dump beds like this could haul more than that. But I guess just because of the weight, it weighs so much, that's all it's going to take. So let me go back. We'll get a couple more loads loaded up, and then we'll see what we can do. Can't get out that way, it don't look like, because the train's blocking the track, so hopefully I can get around this way. If not, we'll just turn around and go back. But I'll see you once we get the train filled up. Well, would you look at that. 95% on our third load, not quite 3 full loads. But I got the 2 loads up in the train right now. I've decided I'm actually going to take this to what there's just on top of the hill next to the train. There's actually a small power plant. We're going to take this up there. We're going to drop it off so we can get some money out of it right away. And then that should still be in there. So if we end up buying that power plant, because we could use the electricity from that power plant to run this mine operation, because it does take kilowatt hours and different products to be able to run electricity here, we can maybe start it up right away and already have coal in it, plus get paid for it. That is my goal. I know that has worked several other places, so I'm going to see if I can do it here. But let me get these 16,000 liters up the hill and get them dropped off and see if we can make it work. Here we are at the small power plant, Lizard Energy. Never actually been up here, so I'm not sure where we take it. Probably not here. This does not look like a place to take coal. But yeah, this looks more like a place to take coal. Let me pull up here and see if I can dump it right in. And if it gives us enough money, we might be able to turn around and buy this facility. Let's see. See if we get paid first. There, it starts going in. Hey, and we're actually making money. Oops, I guess I probably shouldn't hop out that soon. No, it took it all. Hey, that's only 32,000. Ooh, that's not very much. I kind of thought it'd pay a little better than that. Kind of hoping it would, because that's not going to pay our bills very quick. Let's see here. We can buy it for 150,000. What do we got? 161. Won't be able to buy our dump truck, but maybe with the money we have, we'll be able to do that. So perfect. We got, the coal in the train. And now that we own this, we're down to 11,000. Don't tell my wife. She'll be super mad that I ran it that low. But we also need to bring maintenance tools. Great. I don't have any maintenance tools. And actually, it doesn't show any mineral coal in here either. So apparently, it actually does disappear. Some productions keep it in. This one does not. So let's just go ahead and turn that back off, because that's going to do us no good. But since we have money for maintenance tools, I guess we'll start doing that. And then bring some coal up to this place as well. Let me get back over to the train, and we'll go sell off what we put in it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have any chance to be able to make enough out of these 33,000 liters to be able to get our dump truck now that I wasted our money on that production. Ooh, especially knowing that we have to buy more stuff just to get the production to run. But here we are, we're just about to enter the map and then sell that off and see what we get. There we go, continue on your course. $83,000, so of course, like I said, that's not enough for that dump truck. Ooh. Don't want to have to, go a few more times with just this truck that we have. But we'll let the guys down at the mill continue working, and we will get back to the farm and finish baling that straw. Well, I did talk to the guys who own the property there at the coal mine, and we're talking about, the piles of coal laying around, and they said they'd be okay with me taking it, but it won't be till the first of the year, so we have to wait till January. Of course, then the ground's going to be frozen. I'm not sure how hard it's going to be able to get that coal out of those piles once it freezes. Of course, we'll try it when January comes around, but another problem is they are going to charge me 50%, so I have to give them half of what we get out of the coal, which, they've already mined it. All I'm doing is scooping it up. So I will have to keep track of that, so we won't be able to take it to our actual power plant there because it won't show any income. At least we shouldn't, because that would be kind of cheating them out of some money. But let me get back, and of course we'll plan that for January. I'll get back and finish baling the straw. Well, there we go. We got 23 bales of straw out of here. Not too bad. I really have no need for them right now, but hey, we do have them. They're not worth anything, so I'll eventually just probably grab a pickup trailer of some kind and get them off the field so I can till it back in for next year's planting season.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the month of October. Now, I've been making my coffee at home in my own coffee pot, but now that we've got the mine operational, I'm going to splurge a little bit and go to our local Dunkin' Donuts and order my own drink. So let me get up here and get it ordered.
Welcome to Dunkin' Donuts. What can I get started for you?
Yeah, I'll take a large iced caramel macchiato and a s'mores donut.
All right, I have one large iced caramel macchiato and a s'mores donut. Is that all for you?
Yes, that'll do it.
Sounds great. Please pull ahead to the window.
Yes, and just so you know, the s'mores donut is available now. So get to your local Dunkin' and check it out. It is great. Well, one thing I decided to do, we got those straw bales from the last harvest we just had, and I'm going to put in a production. I got some guys, a local mining crew with some heavy equipment in at the farm, leveling out the ground for us to put in that new harvest production. We'll be able to make some paper plates with it, some other items. Let me get back to the house and I will show you what we got going on down there. With all these straw bales we have over here in the field, I really didn't have any use for them, so I thought, hey, what can we produce out of it? There's not a whole lot of productions that'll take straw. So I got the guys down here leveling out the piece of land to be able to put a new harvest production. Like I said, it'll be able to make some plates. And that's going to be the main thing we have because it takes the least amount of stuff, but here the guys are. They have most of the leveling work finished. Now they're just spreading some rock down to make it a nice base for us to put the building on. So let me have those guys finish up, and we'll get back to the house, and we will start loading what bales we have. Oh, hey, looks like they're all finished up. All right, well, let's get back there, and I think we'll probably run to town and grab a bale trailer to pick those bales up. First, let's put a production in here so we can actually go ahead and start using that straw for something. This here is what I had in mind, just regular harvest productions. I think they look like they made a big enough space for it, so let's go ahead and just drop that down. Good. Now it looks like we'll need some straw, so let me get in the production window. Yes, we just need straw, sugar, and water. So we will go ahead and we will buy sugar because I don't really want to produce it right now. We don't have any sugar fields. Probably going to take all the money we have. We could be hauling water in, but I'm not going to worry about hauling water yet. We'll just buy 10,000 liters of that also. So all we need now is our straw, and this one will be ready to go. So let's go to town and get a trailer. I think we'll end up going with this flatbed trailer here that'll auto-load the bales. And of course, I don't have enough money after putting that production in and having to buy ingredients for it. So we're just going to go ahead and lease this one real quick. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of bales. I'm not sure if I'll be able to bale any straw from those soybeans that are ready, because we actually have a soybean field that is ready to harvest right now. But right now, we are so far behind on other things. We also need to get that new big dump truck to be able to haul the coal with, because I'm tired of using our little semi. Ooh, I bet, you know what? I'm going to have to modify this pickup to be able to put a hitch on it. So let me back this thing in the building, move that loader out of the way, and we'll put a hitch on the back of this. All right, attacher, rear hitch. Go ahead and customize that, $300. Not too big of an expense. A lot easier than bringing a pickup, or not a pickup, but a tractor down here. Now if I get the bed put back on, there we go. I wish you would keep the bed on, but of course they always take it off to make that adjustment. But we'll get this thing hooked up real quick, get back down to the farm, and start loading those straw bales to take to our new production. Here we are loading all these up, and how much you want to bet our production's not even going to hold this much straw. I got enough straw in here to last a couple years in this production. Of course, won't know for sure till we get back there. I don't know its capacity. One more bale should fill it up. There we go, 100%. Let's get back and see how many of these it'll fit. Now, if I just turn in here just right. There we go. All right, let's get them offloaded. There we go. Any of them going in? Not sure. No, production says it's full, so it took a little of it. Any of the bales? I don't see a single bale that came off, but it says it is full here. Yes, production is full. 20,000 liters. Well, I guess the rest of these will just stay on the trailer until we need them. I think we'll hop back in and we'll grab the combine and get somebody working over in the soybean field, get it all finished up. Well, it looks like I lied to you. Looks like we can make straw out of the soybeans on this map. So that'll give us more production so we can do. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be listed as soybean straw or just regular straw. I know until we bale it. If we get soybean straw out of it, I think it'll be actually paid probably good enough that we can just go ahead and sell that. But if not, we'll save it up for this production. I have never increased the capacities of these before. So I don't know if upgrading the factory would be a good move for us or not. I mean, it would make us more plates at a quicker time, but it's also going to take more sugar. And of course, water. I can start just delivering my own water instead of paying for that. But let me have him work in the field. I'll go grab the grain cart and help him out, get that field all wrapped up. Well, I was just sitting here minding my own business, and my wife calls me up. She saw our bank account and how low it got. So after this, I got to go to the mine and sell some of that coal. She wants more money in the bank. She does not like being below 10,000. So I said, fine, I'll unload the combine real quick, and I will head up there and see how many loads we can sell. She doesn't know that we're actually going to get a dump truck at the end of the day. So let me get up to the mine and get some money brought in. The guys tell me they've produced 47,000 liters of coal down here. We do have some stones and some dirt, but really they're not going to pay anything. Now, I want to keep this mineral coal to start putting in our new power plant that we just bought. So if we can go ahead and try to maybe just sell off one load of the coal and keep the rest for ourselves, maybe that'll at least show our account above the 8,000 mark to satisfy the wife, yet still satisfying my goals. We'll try to make more money off that power plant. But let me go down here, we'll load one of these out, and we'll go sell it off, get the money in the bank to satisfy her. Here I am, really looking forward to January, when we actually get the rights to all this coal that they've already mined. Hopefully we won't have any trouble trying to get it when it's frozen. If we do, then that's going to be a problem. You know, 'cause we got to get some heavy equipment in here just to be able to collect all this. I know that there's some good prices and some pretty heavy-duty loaders. As long as they can do it, we may have to get, you know, a bulldozer to kind of push it around a little bit to break it up. But as long as we can get it out, we'll make some money, even giving 50% of it back to the original mine. Let me get up here, and the train, I've already rented the train. I'm not sure when he's going to be here. Don't look like he's up there yet, but we'll get up there and get this offloaded in and see. We can only hold about 17,000 liters per trailer load, so I'm thinking we might just go ahead and dump 2 and take the rest to the power plant. That should be more than enough to make some money in the bank and have some money to lease that new dump truck we need, and still hopefully have 10,000 in the bank afterwards. Let me wait for the train and get this dropped off. Here we go with the second load. This should be enough to get our bank account high enough. Jump it in, send the train off. That should be all we ever need to really use that truck for, besides the next load that we take up to our own power plant. Start this buddy up and See how much we can get out of these 2 dumps. 33,600 liters. There we go, $83,000. Not too bad. Of course, we had to spend $585 to lease the train, but hey, that's not a bad expense. Let me get back. We'll hop back in the truck and we'll go down, take the rest of them to the power plant, and then try to get some equipment to make it start operating to produce that electricity. Well, we didn't quite have enough to get a full load, but 95%, that was full enough. I didn't want to sit there any longer. It's getting close to noon anyhow. I'm getting ready to go eat. I don't want to sit around down at the mine any longer. I will drop this off, and I'm just going to go ahead and pay for the, I believe it's mining tools I need, or maybe maintenance tools, some kind of special tools I need for this production. But instead of having it delivered, I am just going to automatically go ahead and buy it. So now that should be dumping in. We should see our total going up. Yep, good. So run over to the other side and get this production set up. I do like I believe it's production revamp, so we can actually go ahead and just buy the stuff we need. Here we go, buy. Yeah, we'll just buy 1,000. It doesn't take too many. Let's see, 20 days. Yeah, it does actually take quite a little bit, but that's all right. Turn that production on, and we will start producing electric charge. We're just going to store it for now, then we'll sell it later. But now that's another production going. We're still producing our tableware. I probably don't have too much of that made. Well, actually, it's showing quite a bit. 1,300 liters already. That's going really well. I probably should get back to the farm and see if he's about done with the combine and needing unloaded again. So we'll see you back at the house. Well, this was the end of our soybean harvest. Just got filled up with food, and now we're just about filled up with soybeans. So I'm going to go ahead and take this up there and have our hired hand follow me up here. Drop all this in our bin, and then we'll hop in the semi. I've already got it hooked up to our flatbed. We'll head into town and pick up that new dump truck that we're going to use down at the mine. So we'll see you in town. Here we are back at the shop. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to lease this thing here. It holds 72,000 liters, so that's more than what we can actually produce in a day at our current rate. So we'll go ahead, lease this. It's actually not going to be too much of a lease payment. My bigger issue is, can we fit it on our flatbed? I backed up to the dock in hopes that, whoopsie, let me try that again, in hopes that I can get this thing on the trailer. I know the way the front axle is spread out, I think that could be a problem. I might actually want to back it onto the trailer so our front wheels will fall on last. I mean, it could sit down on the axle. It shouldn't hurt anything, as heavy as this is. I maybe should have lined up a little bit better with the dock. This thing is just so huge. Let's see, will it make it? Yeah, I think those wheels are close enough together. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now, once the front wheels fall in, I probably don't really have anything. Yeah, it's just going to sit like that. But that's okay. That'll work. Hop off here and we will get this thing strapped in. Definitely don't want this thing to fall off. I don't think these little bungee straps are going to do much good, but hey, they look nice. So anyhow, let's hop in the truck and let's get this up to the mine. Now, as long as our truck has the horsepower to pull it, we do have quite a bit of weight on it. I mean, most of the weight should be kind of on the trailer. So it shouldn't hurt too much on the drive axle of the truck. We'll see if we can just get down the road. We almost need an escort. Of course, there's going to be a lot of traffic. Come on, let me go. Ah! You weren't supposed to stop. I was trying to get behind you. Trying to beat the next car through. There we go. All right. Now we're going to be on the street, maybe. I think we might have to turn off traffic. See if we can make it. Oh, we made it. Good. All right. Let's get down to that Nightmare Bridge and see if we can line up right with that. Probably what I should have done, I probably should have gone the long way to the mine. It's a lot farther out of the way, but no, you don't have this to worry about. This bridge.
This ain't a bridge.
Alright, let's creep across it here. There we go. Oh!
Well, none of this seemed to go as I had planned. We were able to get the truck craned out of the river here, and they're telling me it's trashed. I guess sitting in that much water wasn't good on it. Thankfully, we were able to save the dump truck since it never really got too far into the water, and it's, huge. So, but I guess we'll just have this guy towed off, and we'll go home for the night, start all over tomorrow. Well, now that I've lost my last flatbed and truck, I'm going to have to get this gooseneck trailer and use it behind our pickup. It'll have to get by for now. Can't really afford anything else. I mean, we're really low on funding thanks to that big screw up. Plus, the state is telling me I'm going to be buying that new bridge. So that is really going to hurt us. We'll get back to the farm there and we'll grab those paper plates that we made last month and hopefully get those sold off to where we can make some money to be able to get our mine operation back up and going. Let me get over to our production up here and we will load those up. Here we are. Hop out here real quick. Looks like it took a few more of the bales maybe. Well, no, looks like they're still pretty full up there. Let's hop in here, open our production, and start spawning these things out. Looks like 11,000. That's pretty good. Go ahead and spawn all the pallets we have. Looks like maybe, I'm not sure how many that'll spawn out. Let's see. Oh yes, they are all here. Every one. Let's see if we can get those loaded up just right. Hopefully these bales don't get in our way. Maybe I should have gone for a little bit shorter trailer. I know this trailer's not going to be able to haul much of our equipment, but at least it will be able to do some of these smaller projects like this. Alright, let's see here. Yes, close enough to get some of those loaded. Oop, if I wasn't driving into this trailer here, actually don't look like I'm touching the trailer, but we're hooked somehow on it. Somehow the strap on this trailer hooked to our bale trailer. Makes no sense, but it did it. Oh, and it took one of those bales. Nice. Now we're probably not going to be able to get the rest of our bales. Here we are strapped to it again. Alright. Oh well, that'll work for now. Oop, maybe if I can get out of here without strapping to the bale trailer. Boy, it just keeps hooking to the bale trailer. That's a big mess up. Don't want to lose all of ours. Hey, it took our bale at least. That's nice. Got that bale off our trailer. Here, strap it in, and we will head this into town to the logistics department and sell it off. We spent so much money yesterday in our little mishap on the bridge that my wife let me go to Dunkin' today. I had to make my own coffee this morning. Shame on me for my thinking that bridge would work. Let's get up here and see where they want these paper plates. Hopefully they can give us enough money that we can actually come out ahead. Got to pay off that production someday. Not seeing yet where they want it. Be a dock somewhere. Let's see. Looks like that's a production point. There's a delivery point, but that doesn't look like the right place. Oh, here's the docks. Perfect. Should be able to back into one of these. Boy, don't give us much room to back in though, does it? I would hate to have a full semi. There it is. Let me get this thing backed up. Get it sold off. There we go. See if I can back up all the way to the building. There, perfect. A little over $30,000 for all that. I mean, it gets it back up to $84,000. I'm going to run back, park this on the side of the road, and grab our dump truck that we leased last month, and we were going to haul it down or up to the mine. Now that we can't go across there, we'll take the long way. So we'll see you back at the mine. One thing I was doing some thinking about was that electric charge that we got in the last episode. And as you look here, there's really no money in it. That is all it's giving us. Even looking at all the other sell points, the value is never very high. We make a lot more money if we actually just kept our coal and sold it direct. I mean, here it is. We've only produced 593 kilowatt hours. Well, that's not enough to really pay anything. And when it's taking 80 liters per cycle of just the coal, and I'm only producing 30. So that's not going too good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch this over, and we're going to go ahead and sell that. Change output to selling. It's not going to make much, but it'll make a little bit of money. But here we are, taking the long way across the river back to the mine. But once we get back there, we do have some, I think like about 40,000 liters already produced up. So we will go ahead and grab it and take it up to the train. I mean, we could take it to our production, but as you can tell, our production's not making anything. So let's take it to the train.
Well, we got our coal loaded up here. Let's see, finish it. That's all we got. So we will run this up and put this in the train, 42,000 liters. And I was doing some thinking, you know, we're producing some sand and some dirt out of this facility. And there is a concrete production plant in town available to buy. So I think after I sell this off, I'm going to run up with the sand and the dirt that we've produced here, and we're going to haul that with the train over to that production and buy that production and try to make some concrete products. I don't know just what concrete products I can make out of just sand and dirt without having to buy too much, because I don't want to buy much, and every little bit costs money. So, but right now we're going to get some money out of this and see what we can get to see how much we can afford. Let me get this up to the train. Well, it does look like the train is already here. That's nice. Didn't have to wait too long this time. I know some days we come up here and we're waiting quite a while. Whew, I hung up on that little fence. Oh, maybe. Little fence stopped me. Gotta remember, this cab is off center. Look, outside view, try to get on this little piece here. That is definitely going to be tight. Not much room on each side. But still, this thing holds so much more than our old truck did. But we're still running into things. There. All right. Finally. This thing dumped in, and get this out of here, and then we'll come back. We'll pick up the sand and that dirt. All right, here we go. Let the train continue on. $107,000. Well, that got our bank account back up where we want to see. So I'm sure that production's probably going to be, I don't know, most productions are 75,000, but we'll get down there and we'll find out as soon as we get that sand and dirt. Fortunately, now I got to rent the train again, get him to come back. As we're waiting for the train to come back, we'll just run down the hill and pick up the products we need. Here we are with the last load going for the concrete factory. Try to stay off the guardrails the best we can. It's just a little too wide still. Wish they made one just a little bit smaller, because we can't even get a full load in a day to fill this thing clear full. But here we go. Dump the dirt in. Then we should be able to head right to the concrete factory. So let's get down here in the train. There we go. I love how they have the train set up to where it actually goes through this construction site up here. Looks like we are full, so let's just go ahead and do that. Head to the concrete factory. Go right through this new building they're building. That's pretty nice. Well, let me get to the concrete factory and we'll see you down there. Well, here we are coming up on the production site that we need, but I don't see a place on the ground where we can actually unload this. So I think we're going to have to actually take the train back a ways, and there was an elevator back there. I think we're going to have to unload it. You can see in the far distance those orange trees. We're going to have to go back there because this is what we want, this facility here. But I can't unload it here, so we'll take it back there, unload it. Then we're going to have to go buy some kind of truck that we can haul our products down this way with. This is some steel mill here. Of course, we're not producing very much iron ore out of our coal mine. I'm not even going to worry about that. But I do want to try to make some concrete blocks or something out of it. I'm not even sure what we're going to be able to do. I'm pretty sure concrete blocks will be a given that a concrete factory can do. So but let me get back to this mill here, and we'll drop this off and buy some kind of hopefully inexpensive truck to be able to haul it from here down to the production. Here we are. We went with this Mack truck here. It's not a high capacity, but we don't have too far to go. So we're just going to go ahead and get it. start hauling it down, and then buy that production. So let me get these. Okay, we'll get one load of each down so we can get it started. And then what we're going to do, if it takes electricity, we're going to actually just distribute that. I went ahead and started storing our electricity that we're producing, and we'll distribute it right to the production. But let me get this down. Looks like there's a road right there. So we'll take this road right over here and head on down and get this dropped off and come back for the other one. Not sure if this is a bumpy road or not, but that air breather there on the side sure is bouncing around. Looks like I might need to tighten that strap a little bit. That looks like both are bouncing pretty good. The one on the other side's bouncing all over the place. Oh well, as long as they stay on and keep working. Well, here we are. Guessing this product's going to go out back. Yeah, it looks like we dumped the sand and dirt. See if I can line this thing up and get it back straight in. There we go. Back between those cones. There we go. Dirt going off, then we'll go back and go get the sand. Well, I did mess that up a little bit. I forgot to buy the production first, so we ended up selling it. So I'm going to go up here and we're going to buy the production. Good thing we didn't take all of the dirt with us, because that would have really messed things up. Hop in here. Oh, 85,000. Well, at least we had enough money. We didn't have a lot left. So hopefully we don't need too many other products to get it started, because that took about everything we had. Let me get back and get some more brought down. All right, now that we've got a load of each dropped in, that's our sand going in. We'll go see if we get this production turned on. Obviously, having this spot here, we're going to need something else that we haven't brought yet. Hopefully we have enough money with $8,700. Doesn't sound too promising. And the concrete blocks. And then we got, that looks like that needs rebar in both of those. So it looks like concrete blocks. So let's shut those off. It's going to be our easiest thing to do. We'll go ahead and we will buy some water. Hate to buy water, but when we could bring it, but we don't have it. Cement, I'm not sure where we can make cement at, so let's go ahead and buy the cement. That's going to take about everything we have. And some pallets. Hopefully that won't cost us too much, because we're about broke. I'm not sure if I have enough. I must have had enough. And then we will distribute the electricity from here. All right, change output to distributing. Well, hopefully that will send everything over here that we need. Then we can actually start making this, because the only thing left is rebar. We don't need that. Of course, out of all this, it'll make 25 blocks. Hopefully that'll pay good too. But we have enough dirt and sand in here to get things started.
Wow, as you can see, we are broke. 19,000 in the hole. So I'm going to just run up here and grab whatever tableware we have available, load it up, sell it, hopefully get some money out of the bank. You know, my wife, she took all my credit cards this morning, said, nope, you're done borrowing stuff. You've got to pay off what we owe. So I'm going to load this stuff up and get it sold. There's actually a sell point there in the industrial part of town that we're going to take this load to. And as you can tell right ahead of us, they have got the bridge finished. Of course, I haven't received the bill for it yet, so I'm sure that's going to bring us close to bankruptcy. But let me get this on in and get this load sold off. Here we are. This is actually a place I don't get to very often. We do have our new factory just down the road a little ways, producing those bricks. Actually need to probably run over there when I'm done here and see if we've got any to load out. I kind of doubt we do yet, because I don't have any money to be able to buy the products I need to keep it going. Now, before I went to sleep last night, I was able to make sure I had enough water in it, because water was one of the cheaper things to use. But I think I'm going to drive on the tracks here. Hopefully no train comes in the process of doing this. Try to get it all sold off in one run. 52,000. Hey, look, we are actually back in the plus. So let's run down to our production and see how our bricks are coming. Wow, would you look at this? Another one of those bridges. Do I dare try it? We're empty, so we should be fine. But if you look there, that combine, he did not make it. So let me see if I can get across here. Try to go quickly. Don't want to get hung up in between one of the boards. There, not bad. This is a lot closer because there's our fields over there on the right. Kind of need to get those plowed up today. Get them ready for spring. Of course, here it is December. The ground's going to be frozen. And hopefully we can rip it with maybe a plow. But right now, at the end of this month, actually the start of next month, we're going to be able to start digging out all that coal that had already been processed. So that is one of our plans. That's what we need to get done. But let me see what we got here that we can load up. Looks like we've only made 1,600 liters of the bricks, so I'm going to go ahead. We ran out of concrete. Now that we have some money, I'll go ahead. Ooh, I'm not going to buy a whole lot. Looks like just 1,000 of them. That'll get that production up and going again. Our electric charge, it's coming from our factory, or not our factory, but our power plant. So I do like having that. It's not costing us anything. It's also not making us anything, but we do have some trash, but not very much. But like I said, very few bricks. So let's get back to the house and get in that field. Well, it might not be a plow, but it is a pretty aggressive disc. So it is able to break through the somewhat semi-frosted ground here. I'm going to have that worker do this field, and we're going to go over to the mine. I do believe we probably have at least 40,000 liters over there that we can haul out of coal to try to get some little bit more money, because we're going to have some heavy equipment come in next month. So hopefully I can get enough money in the bank that, you know, I'll be okay from the wife to actually start moving stuff. So let me get down to the mine shaft. This new bridge is going to be really nice, but with the side rails on it now, I don't know if I want to be able to get too much across it. Some of the big mining equipment actually has a good width on it, like our dump truck that I really struggle just trying to dump it at the train. So hopefully I'll be able to get things across it. We'll find out soon enough. Here we are down at the mine. These piles here, I'm trying to think. I'm guessing a big front loader would probably be the best thing to try to scoop it up with. Not just sure. Then we can park this big dump truck next to it. And I know there's some good front loaders that are big enough that, I mean, it would fill this bed up in just one scoop. So that is what we're going to find out very soon. I know I got 43,000 liters of coal available right now here on our production. So we're going to run up there and get this truck partway filled up. Alright, got our 44,000 liters. Going to dump this in the train real quick. I was doing some thinking, and I believe I thought about this loader right here. You know, it only holds 17,000 liters, but well, besides kind of being stuck in the ground like it was, I kind of like the looks of it for what we do here. So there's that option, or this is the big guy, 45,000 liters. I mean, it is huge. It doesn't even fit in this building here. I don't know if I want to try to mess with it. I've used this before, and it is really big. I mean, it's not going to work the best in our location. So I might just go with something smaller. And this one here must not come with a bucket. So here's the bucket for A. It's 27,000. So maybe this would be the better match. And that's the truck we already have, and it holds 72,000. So that's just some ideas. But now this is done, go ahead and shut this off, and we'll hop in the train and see how much money we can get out of it. All right, there we go. Looks like 106,000. So yeah, now we're sitting really well on money. I also have some of those soybeans, and I believe it was oats that we harvested a while back that is coming up on the best sale time. So we might go ahead and get our little Mack truck we bought there and start loading it out. Looks like it is wheat, not oats. Go ahead and load this up. There's actually a place not too far over there, over that, of course, that rough bridge again. We'll run it that away and start taking these loads of 12,000 liters. I ended up spending another $16,000 to get a pup trailer for this so we can haul all of it quicker. So we still have all soybeans also to load out. I mean, it was only like either $16,000 or $18,000. I'm like, that's not too bad a price. Of course, we're only making $8,000 a load, so we're not really gaining a lot. But I'm going to run back into town to the dealership there and grab that trailer. And there it is. It's not quite the right color, but you know, as long as it hooks up, that's what we care about. Just mean, I think it only does 12,000 liters as well, but I mean, that doubles our production each time. Yeah, the color combination, especially with those orange colored rims, they definitely don't look right. It's going to be nice hauling twice as much at a time. So let me get back to our bin there and get it loaded up. Well, 24,000 liters isn't a whole lot more, but, you know, total, it'll get done quicker. I wish we could produce more of those plates. Those plates actually brought in a lot of money. Of course, the coal does too, but I can't produce any more than it's already doing. But like I said earlier, you know, once we hit January, we can start pulling out that coal that's been mined. And I might actually try to get the equipment in later on this month and get started. I doubt they're going to notice me going, you know, a few days early. Let me get this one sold off and we'll continue on until we get all of this wheat sold. I want to take a moment to thank our channel members, Rambo Hacker Gaming, L Family Gaming Dad, Farm Sim Universe, and The Herd. Thank you for all your support. You've meant a lot to this channel, and you've been able to help us improve our quality of graphics over the years. So thank you so much for all you do. This is one of the last loads here. We don't have too much left. Let me start dumping the first one. I think if I can get in here just right, I can get them both dumped off. There we go. There we are. Should be just a little bit left in the bin. I'll get this finished off and we'll run back. Turns out I did have some oats in the bin, so I went ahead and grabbed 12,000 liters of those. Not sure if they're going to be selling a little bit better. I think I'm actually making a little bit more money on the oats than I did on the wheat. But I think that's all I'm going to sell for right now. I'm going to wait for the market to get a little higher. I'm going to try to sneak into town and see what I can get when it comes to loading equipment for down to the mine for next month. So I'll see you in at the shop. Well, I decided to stop and check the mail real quick, and here I am. I'm getting a letter from Evergreen Valley Roads and Bridge Department. Yep, I don't think I'm going to open that. We'll just throw that in the glove box here. Get on into town. Letters from those guys can never be good. I don't really have any money to pay for that bridge, and I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a big bill. I think I've decided I'm going to go with this one right here. This is going to be a big enough one with the loader on it. Let's go ahead and lease it. Hopefully they'll let me lease everything I'm needing. And of course, lease this as well. There we go. Perfect. Hook this thing up. Hopefully we won't have to use it more than 1 month. So we can get it returned. Not pay any more leasing. Hopefully I can get it to go in reverse. Come on. There it goes. Whew. Thought we were going to have troubles with it already. There it goes. Alright. Get this thing pulled up here. Hook it up. There it goes. Like, they better match. They're supposed to line up. But let me get these up to the mine. I'll see if I can get across that new bridge. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. See if it'll fit. Okay. Don't want to tear up another bridge. No, if they didn't want me crossing it, they should have put signs up to say, hey, weight limit, 5 ton or whatever. Hey, we can make it. This thing was small enough to get across the bridge, so that's what we wanted. So let me get up and see if it'll start digging or if we're going to have to try to thaw it out somehow. Well, since it's just 1 day away from, you know, January, I thought we're just going to jump out here and try to start loading up this coal. Oh boy, she is frozen solid. Well, I guess we're going to have to bring some gasoline down here and see if we can get this thawed up. Hey Mike, how about you run back to the pickup and load up some gas cans? Well, hopefully Mike got enough gas for us. Oh yeah, plenty. Let's grab some of these cans out and get this fire going. Alright, got our can. We're just going to sit over here and start pouring them on these piles. And once we get these all poured out, we can light her up. There we go, yeah. I think we'll just start with just a few of these down at this end. I mean, we're not going to be able to get this all done out tonight. There, alright, he's out spreading some, I'm sure, also. So Go throw this empty one in the truck and finish spreading, and then we'll light her up. All right. Go ahead and light her, Mike. Oh, my golly! Oh, my golly! We got to get out of here. Whoa! Wow! Oh, my goodness. That was a mistake. Ah, that stuff burns really well. Well, it's going to be thawed for sure. Hopefully it doesn't all disappear. Let's get out here and get the fire department called. Woo! If I don't wreck the pickup trying to get up this hill. Oh my goodness.
Be ye therefore followers of God as dear children, and walk in love, as Christ also hath loved us, and hath given himself for us an offering and a sacrifice to God for a sweet-smelling savor.